Hello folks, and welcome to a new episode of Tech News, this time on a Tuesday. This is episode number... what episode number is this? That doesn't matter. What matters is that this is going to be a complete summary of everything that you need to know about the biggest Samsung event of the year coming up this month, and I'm talking a fresh new look on the Z Fold 6, Z Flip 6, redesigned watches, the new watch model, and let's even talk about that crazy Galaxy ring that everyone is anticipating, and so much more. Now, we'll get to cover all of the big key things, and that means you definitely need to watch this video in its entirety. Let's go ahead and jump in. First things first, the date. The official date for the Samsung Unpacked event is set for Wednesday, July 10th, which is what? Roughly 8 days from today. In other words, right around the corner. So the 10th of this month at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard in Paris. Now let's go ahead and cover what's dropping. Starting off with one of the stars of the event, the upcoming and all-new Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6, which comes loaded with a number of new things, such as the fresh new look or the all-new design, along with new colors that we're about to take a look at here. And oh, I almost forgot, I added a reserved link in the description of this video. Go click that link right away. That will get you $50 off right off the bat, and then a whopping $1,500 trade-in credits, which is just insane. And more importantly, you will automatically be entered in the Samsung sweepstakes for a chance to win $5,000. Again, that's $5,000 if you win, of course. You're not committing to anything. Literally just email and name to reserve the device, and you are immediately eligible for everything that I listed there. And of course, if you change your mind and decide not to pre-order anything, you don't have to do anything. Samsung just automatically cancels all of the pre-orders or all of the reserves that did not push through. So back to that Z Fold 6, what we have in terms of design is a fresh new look in an even boxier foldable with sharper edges, opening up to a gigantic 7.6-inch main display. It also has thinner bezels, bringing about a slightly wider cover screen, but still retaining its signature, tall and slim form factor. It's a very rectangular phone this time around, and I'm very much looking forward to hands-on user experience on this super boxy phone. It still would support the S Pen, and it would have to be purchased separately, just like it was the case with the previous iteration of this line. We'll also find a very familiar 50, 12, and a 10 megapixel triple rear facing camera system. On the front, you have that 10 megapixel selfie camera and a fifth camera hidden under display, which is a 4 megapixel. So just like the previous generation, and the same goes for battery also. The battery is going to remain at that 4400 milliamp. Now, the Z Flip 6 has also gone through great levels of refinement as well. Although design-wise, it's still that 6.7 inches when flipped open, and also still sits at that 3.4 inches Super AMOLED for the cover display. Now that said, we do have a redesigned and improved camera. It's now a 50 megapixel main and a 12 megapixel ultra wide for that rear-facing camera. Then we have a 10 megapixel selfie camera on the front. And here's another good news. There's going to be a big battery jump in terms of size, right? We now have a 4,000 milliamp hour battery on the Z Flip 6, which is frankly fantastic news for this specific model. We have 256 and 512 gigs of internal storage configs here, and up to 12 gigs of RAM. Now, both foldables will be boasting Qualcomm's current flagship chip in the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. They both have dynamic AMOLED 2X displays, support for up to 120Hz refresh rate, and support for all of the latest Galaxy AI features. Of course, we did cover that with the Galaxy S24 Ultra. You have that with these models, as you would imagine. Overall, standard color options will go like so on both devices. On the Flip 6, we'll have silver, blue, yellow, and green. Those are standard color options. And on the Fold 6, as I mentioned, you have that silver, pink, and blue. There will be additional and Samsung exclusive color options available through the site, like they always do. And the link that you clicked in the description, as I mentioned, will take you to that site so that you can take advantage of those exclusive color options if you are pre-ordering either one of these phones. Now, moving on to the next star of the event here, and that is going to be the all-new Galaxy Watch Ultra. Yes, indeed. Now, I know that this one is carrying with it a good chunk of controversies, but I am very much looking forward to the Galaxy Watch Ultra here. And by the way, before I forget, please make sure that you hit both the like and the subscribe button there if you're not subscribed to the channel, so that you don't miss out on any tech news that I have in any of the reviews that I drop weekly. I truly appreciate that. Anyways, the Galaxy Watch Ultra will be the very first of its series. And as you can see here, it's featuring a completely new design that is neither round nor square and is in many ways the true successor to the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro in terms of battery alone, at least from what has leaked so far. Personally, I'm a huge fan of the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro. As you can see, that's the one that I wear most of the time, and that's simply because of battery. I do have a bunch of Samsung watches, but generally you'll catch me wearing this guy here because battery is insane. So it's good to see that going for the new Galaxy Watch Ultra. We're also going to have a new iteration of the Galaxy Watch series, meaning the new Galaxy Watch 7, right? So to those of you interested, that is coming up. Now, that said, there isn't a lot of talk about the Galaxy Watch Classic 7, and from my understanding, there is going to be one. There is going to be a classic model. I'll be pretty upset if they don't drop one, and I'm getting worried because I still don't hear anything about it, right? I'm a fan of it. I also, this is mine here. This is the Galaxy Classic 6. I would not be happy if they weren't included this year. Anyways, next year is going to be the highly anticipated Galaxy Ring. Personally, I have been looking forward to this guy here. Many of you have come across all types of leaks as it relates to this particular device, and again, I gotta tell you, this is one that I personally am so excited about because wearing this bulky watch while sleeping just ain't doing it for me. Not even the Classic 6, too bulky. So I'm looking forward to the Ring to bring about, to offer that level of comfort where I can actually wear it, go to sleep without worrying about it, impacting my sleep. It's going to be loaded with features, right? You have that sleep tracking there, heart rate monitoring, blood oxygen, EKG, vitality score, and just, so much more, so many different things packed in that little device. We're going to have, at least based off of the leaks, up to 9 different sizes, and they're all likely going to be offering different battery life. And again, like I said, according to leaks, up to 9 different sizes. This could change. We might end up with less or more sizes. Who knows? The colors will include black, gold, and silver. So that's that, and that's what I'm looking forward to. Anyways, the next here is going to be the all-new Galaxy Buds 3 series. This launch will bring about the normal or the regular Galaxy Buds 3 along with the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro, and this year Samsung went through a complete redesign of these bad boys, and frankly, I'm not a big fan of the AirPods look, with the stem, but that's just now, right? It's so far, I'm not a big fan of it, but you never know. They might be different in hands. So I guess I'm looking forward to trying them and, really seeing how practical and, how good they are really. So with that said, for now, still prefer this kind of very discreet look that the current generation has. Now, I think that this is a good place to end this edition of Tech News. As I mentioned earlier, make sure to hit the link in the description so that you could go ahead and reserve. Even if you're still on the fence, right? Even if you're still not sure on whether you actually end up purchasing, be on the safe side, given that it's a no commitment thing, right? Just your email and you are good to go. So at least do that so that if you end up changing your mind and, if you decide to order, you could go ahead and take advantage of everything that I listed. The $1,500 trade-in, $5,000 sweepstakes if you get in, right? And the $50 off right off the bat. Anyways, and while you do that, of course, make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel just yet. I will have more on the next episode of Tech News, meaning that I will stay updated so that you are updated. Up until that next episode of Tech News, stay safe out there.